On Saturday, June 29th, 2019, I decided to meet up with a few friends on CSX's Mohawk Subdivision in Amsterdam, New York. The first train of the day was CSX K602 with a nice foreign power lash-up. They had to meet with P063. Known as the Maple Leaf, this train is on its way to Toronto, Ontario. The K602 is on its way to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. As the K602 flies through, the Maple Leaf makes its scheduled stop at the station.
Go Rangers. Go Rangers. Rangers. Hockey Ducks.
After its station stop, the Maple Leaf continues its way west to Toronto. Next up was CSX Manifest Q364. CSX Q364 is a manifest train that runs from Avon, Indiana to Selkirk, New York daily. It works Collinwood Yard in Cleveland, Ohio. Today's train is carrying a lot of cars. Most of the cars on today's train, however, are gondolas. Primarily C&D gondolas and scrap metal gondolas as well. Our next train was CSX Manifest Q384. This train had a nice solo YN2 AC44 on the point. Like the Q364, the Q384 runs to Selkirk, New York, originating in Walbridge, Ohio. However, the Q384 was not nearly as long as the Q364. AC44CW number 273 was pulling the train all by itself with no need of DPUs. It's also neat seeing the 273 still sporting the YN2 paint scheme. In just a moment, after the train passes, you will hear a bit of the scanner feed I was listening to. It seems like there was a conversation between Q384, the dispatcher, and Q159.
Track 2 at Amsterdam. After you see a westbound stack train, Q159 with a lead engine, 5456. That's 5456. When he's clear, you're okay to work off to. Over. That is correct. He's at 160. CSX Equipment Defect Detector. Milepost 177.4. Track 2. No defects. No defects. Total axle 274. End of transmission.
Only a few minutes later, Q159's headlight was visible in the distance and it started blowing for the crossings down the line. CSX Q159 is an intermodal train from Port Newark, New Jersey to Syracuse, New York. Q384, the manifest that passed eastbound moments before, was waiting for Q159 to clear, so we could do some work down the line. On some days, including Saturdays, Q159 runs as L159. Next up was Amtrak Empire Service Train 284, or for the CSX symbol, P284. The leader of this train was P32 ACDM number 709. At the time of this recording, 709 was still in the Phase 5 paint scheme, although in early 2020, it was repainted into the Empire Service Phase 3 scheme. Since there's a P32 on the point of this train already, there is no need to do an engine swap in Albany. The P32 ACDMs are required on Penn Station trains because they are dual mode and can run on third rail power in addition to their diesel power. The train was stopping on the track furthest from the platform, so the stools had to be moved onto the other track. After a brief station stop, the train continues east towards New York Penn.
Train 709, Canada Amsterdam, track 2. Clear 177. Clear 177.
Have a safe trip. It seems that none of us were prepared as CSX Q263 flew through the station. This was where our lighting started to get pretty bad. Anyways, CSX Q263 is an auto-rack train that runs from Worcester, Massachusetts to Louisville, Kentucky. It seems that this train was temporarily abolished during the COVID-19 crisis. I'm not entirely sure if it was ever brought back or not. As you may be able to tell, this train was not wasting time today, as they were easily going track speed through the station. Next up with Q009 with a very friendly crew. Q009 is an intermodal train from North Bergen, New Jersey to Bedford Park, Illinois. This train was very short today, and they were also flying through the station, with a GEVO on the front and another GEVO on the end, serving as the rear DPU. Next up was intermodal train Q003. Like the Q009, CSX Q003 terminates in Bedford Park, Illinois. However, instead of originating in Port Newark, New Jersey, Q003 originates in South Kearney, New Jersey. Q003 is one of the highest priority trains on the CSX system. Most of these intermodal trains are going track speed, due to their priority. Today's Q003 was a combined train. Q0019 was attached to the other end of this train. The DPUs were part of Q019 before they were combined onto Q003 in Selkirk. While the Q019 terminates in Selkirk, due to it being added on to Q003, its final destination is Bedford Park. Next up was Autorack train Q262. Nice to see an SD40-2 trailing second out. Like the Q263, Q262 was temporarily abolished during the COVID-19 pandemic. Just like with Q263, I am not entirely sure if the Q262 has ever been brought back, or if it will even be brought back for that matter. Our last train of the day was P281. The friendly engineer gave us a nice shave and a haircut horn show as it entered the station. It was nice to have one of the Phase 3 P32s leading this train, as all the other Amtrak Genesis locomotives we saw today were in Phase 5.
Milepost 177.4. Track 1. No defects. No defects. Total axle 4. End of transmission.
I walked down to the other end of the platform to get a departure shot of the train. As the train rolls out of the station, that concludes our day. Thanks for watching this video. Drop a like down below if you enjoyed, and be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my new videos. Oh yeah, and don't forget to check out my Instagram and my Flickr if you want to see some of my photography. I'll see you guys down the line.